Hey guys, how's it going? So today we are gonna play a little bit more Techtonica, and yeah, from the last time that I played, I promised you guys I wouldn't go outside to the next level or anything like that. I didn't do that. I just upgraded my base, so we are still in exactly the same place that we were with regards to the story progress. So I haven't made any story progress or anything like that. I did do a little bit of improvement to my base. So a couple of things that I needed for just for crafting and stuff. Like I crafted a couple of crank generators Mark II, smelters Mark II. I'm busy crafting conveyor belts Mark III. Yeah, I just did a bit of crafting basically. For a lot of crafting, you just have to sit around and wait basically. So technically, I played the game probably for like 2 hours without going outside. I literally just played with my base and just made improvements to my base. So yeah, it's amazing the amount of time that you can spend inside your base, just improving your base. Like I've set up a couple of assembly lines. Like this assembly line turns atlantum ingots into advanced circuits, because we need a lot of advanced circuits. So this one makes advanced circuits. I just basically feed it with the coolers and the processors, and then it spits out advanced circuits. I have a pile of atlantum ingots over here, and this one over here I feed with these silver thorn buds, and then they make a lot of coolant. So yeah, I made a couple of assembly lines just to be more efficient. This assembly line over here is a particularly important one, because this one is converting all of my Mark III excavator bits into Mark IV excavator bits. So that's a pretty important one, and it already has made a lot of Mark IV excavator bits. All of these are filled with Mark IV excavator bits. So there's 10, actually 12 chests here filled with Mark IV excavator bits. So, and in the future, when we unlock the Mark V excavator bit, then we will use the same assembly line to make the tier 5. So you can see it's a pretty complicated setup here that I did, but basically it feeds 3 different conveyor belts into each of these assemblers, so it's pretty complicating. But anyway, I'm about ready to go outside, go to the next level and continue the story. I just need ceramic parts. We need 500 ceramic parts. I think I actually crafted most of my ceramic parts into ceramic plates, which kind of was a mistake. I really shouldn't have crafted all of them as I did, because now I have way too much ceramic plates and not enough ceramic parts. I thought that ceramic plates were much more important than what they actually are. So you can see here I have way too much ceramic tiles. I'm not sure if you can grind them. Let's have a look. Can you actually grind them? Because a lot of the stuff in the game you can grind. Oh no, you can't grind it. Okay. So, yeah, unfortunately I have too much ceramic tiles now. Way too much, in fact. For my purposes, because the only thing you can do with them is make blast furnaces, and I already have enough blast furnaces. So yeah, unfortunately I made way too many ceramic tiles, and the only use that you can do with ceramic tiles is blast furnaces, which I don't know. I was just assuming that there would be more uses than a single bloody use for the tiles, but evidently there's not. So I wasted quite a lot of clay. It's basically clay that you make into the ceramic parts, and then the ceramic parts you make into the ceramic tiles. So now what I need to do is I need to get 500 ceramic parts to get from clay. Now I need to remember, how do you create clay? I haven't done it in a while. So you get clay, but how do you make clay? I can't remember. Let's have a look here. I think you make it from plant matter. Dirt. How do you get dirt? Dirt you get from plant matter. Yes, okay. So we can make clay. We can make a bunch of clay. And then from the clay I will craft the ceramic parts that we need. But yeah, so in addition to that, we need 750 conveyor belts and 15 advanced circuits. I do have that, so we can actually move on to the next technological level quickly, which is going to unlock a bunch of new stuff. Already added those, so let's go. And I have enough power. I have more than double the power that I actually require currently. And then I have enough power for the next level as well. And then for that one, oh, we actually have the stuff we already need. You can see I did a lot of crafting. So we add that, we add that. Let's first hear what she says about tier 6.
Terminal upgraded. New technologies and recommended tasks available.
One more upgrade to go before we max this terminal out, Breaker.
Okay, well, let's max it out, whatever that means.
Amazing work, Breaker. You've maxed this terminal out. Between this, Xray, and the freight elevator, you've done all you can here. And if you haven't even fixed the freight elevator yet, you are my kind of groundbreaker.
By the way, I didn't say this at the beginning. I like to say it every time that I play the game during this period that the game hasn't launched into 1.0 yet. The developers were nice enough to give me a key for the game, and also give me pre-early access to the 1.0 version of the game. So thanks very much to the developers for doing that. It's very much appreciated. I really am enjoying the game. Otherwise I wouldn't have been playing it for in excess of 30 hours during the past week or so. So yeah. So we are done with that. I don't know if there's another terminal, like we maxed out this terminal, I'm not sure if there's another terminal somewhere. We will have to search around a little bit. Over here I'm making my Atlantum ore, or my Atlantum powder, whatever it's called. So we can take this and then we take it over to our smelters. And then we get a bunch of bars. So we basically put it in here. We don't need to do this manually anymore because I used to do it manually in my previous video. That is why I spent some time setting up various assembly lines. Not all of my assembly... No, I don't have assembly lines for all of the different products. Some of the products I still do manually. Like these ones, for instance. Obviously this is manually. They don't have the correct inputs over here. Otherwise it would be a completed assembly line. Like this one is a completed assembly line. This one creates biobrick diesel from the biobricks and the coolant. So this is a completely self-sufficient assembly line that I have here with the intakes and all of that good stuff. Because this is a resource that you do use quite a lot. So, so we are done with that one. Actually quite surprising that we are done with that. I was expecting to have more levels, but when we look at the technological tree, so we can see now tier 5. This is tier 5 on PT Xray. So this is all unlocked until tier 7 for that one. And then on PT Xray, which is this one here, we need those ceramic parts in order to unlock this. So the clay over here, is it almost done? Yeah, it's busy. It's still busy, but we can take the clay over here. Not sure how much we're gonna need, but this should be pretty fine, I think. Should be enough, more or less. Then we can make ceramic parts. And then we're gonna use that to unlock the next tier. But let's have a look over here if there's anything that I can upgrade so far. So threshing speed, we can do that. Biobrick, I don't really need that, but anyway, I have the excess blue cores. Tool belt. We can't do those yet. I haven't done rail rushing yet, so I don't know. I've been okay without rail rushing so far. Perhaps later on we will do rail rushing. Ah, this is a nice upgrade. Okay, so we've done all of those upgrades that we can possibly do. We've done all of these. We need PT Xray to go further. And then over here, I don't really care about these upgrades because they are just cosmetic. Okay, so we've done all of the upgrades that we possibly can do currently. And there we have our 500 ceramic parts. Good stuff. And then 50 relay circuits. That is quite a lot of relay circuits, but I believe I might already have that. Yes, I have 200. This takes a long time to do because it uses advanced circuits. So this 200 relay circuits, it might not seem like a lot, but believe me, it is a shitload of effort that goes into 200 relay circuits. So yeah, with that being said, I think that's pretty much that. We can pretty much go out. I actually have too many blast charges with me currently. Let me go deposit that somewhere. I don't want to be carrying around too much unnecessary stuff right now. I basically want to carry the bare minimum that we need to be carrying around. So here I constructed a threshing line basically, which all of the stuff that you see here and there's more threshers over there, and all of these planters over here. All of this is for one singular purpose, and that is to continually thresh these things, kindle vines and silverthorn. So it's a lot of effort just to continually thresh silverthorn and kindle vine. So I have a little bit too much silverthorn extract with me currently. Need to go deposit that. I'll just take this out. And then over here we have the buds. We take the buds and we drop it in here. If you guys don't know what the fuck is going on with my base right now, if you watched the previous video, yes, I know a lot of has changed. I have been quite a busy bee with my assembly lines. This is also a new assembly line that I constructed, as I said. So I did a bunch of assembly lines. This one over here is threshing the buds to create silverthorn extract over here. The silverthorn extract is pretty useful, obviously. It's a pretty important thing in the game. Okay, so let's not shally-shally anymore. Let's go out. The longer I hang around here, the more things I realize what I want to do. So let's go out. Oh, 12 by 12. Holy balls, that's a big square. That's gonna be fun. So now we can zap 12 by 12 spaces. That's amazing. I also have this one over here, which is also pretty intricate. You can see over there. This one creates a whole bunch of different products for us. It creates this electrical parts, gearboxes, this stuff, I forgot what's the name, copper mechanisms, iron mechanisms, copper mechanisms. Yeah, it creates all of that stuff and then it deposits it over here. So here I've got wire spindles, electrical sets, whole bunch of stuff. And I don't have a use for these right now, but we will certainly have a use for them in the near future, I think. Currently, with the level 7 technology that I have, I don't have any use for any of these. So we will see what we unlock in the near future. So let us, I don't have any balls with me that I want to the charges. I need to stash the charges. The charges are gonna go over here, I believe. Let's quickly run over there. I also installed more power, as you guys can see. We now have a capacity of 380,000 kilowatts. Yes, here we can stash those charges. Okay, so we can go out. By the way, I had a small chat with the developers. The developers asked me not to go past level level 12. The developers asked me not to go past level 12 until the game has been released. So I can play past level 12, but I will not be showing past level 12 until the game is released. So that's part of the embargo, and I always respect the embargoes. If a developer asks, I will respect the embargoes, because the developers are providing me with early access, so I will absolutely respect their choice by not showing any content past 12. So today we're probably gonna reach 12, but I will not be showing anything past 12 until the specified date that the developer has requested. But already all of this content that I have been showing you guys is content that you can't even get in the game currently. So yeah, it's already a pretty cool experience. I personally have only played up until level 8 in the early access build. I've only played up until level 8, so level 9 and 10 and 11 will be completely new to me, even though I have played a shitload of the game already. I've played from 1 until 8, even though this entire freight elevator system is a new system that wasn't in the early access version of the game. It used to be one massive world. Like, this world used to be one massive world. Now they segmented it essentially into different levels. Okay, so we've done PT Xray. We want to go to PT Xray and unlock the next level. This map is really, really pretty. Like the prettiest map, to be honest. With all of this stuff that hasn't been destroyed yet. So I really look forward to seeing what's past level 12, but you guys will have to wait until the embargo is lifted for me to actually be able to show you that. Oh, it was over here to the left. There you go. Fully upgraded as well.
You've maxed PT Xray out, Breaker. Nothing left to do now but enjoy all that good stuff at the top of the tech tree. Nice work.
Precision disassembly activated. Use of thresher to deconstruct basic mechanisms and advanced components will no longer result in material loss.
I didn't even know that it would result in material loss. Something that I didn't know. You see, this assembly line, well, I can call it assembly line, it's not really assembly line, is very basic over here. But honestly, I haven't had a real use for this what are these called? Atlantum chunks. I haven't had a real use for the Atlantum chunks, to be honest. So I haven't really had the need to invest anything more than this into the Atlantum chunk production. Perhaps in the future we will, but currently I don't have any need to invest more over here. And now this one is completely done. Let's quickly have a look what stuff is unlocked now. Increases capacity of stack inserters. That's pretty nice. Stack filter inserter. So it's a stack inserter with a filter. Stack of 3 items in a single extension on a configurable basis. That sounds very cool. And now I need more balls. I don't have enough balls. Blue balls specifically. Oh, a whole bunch of nice stuff over here. Atlantum slabs is gonna be interesting. Enables ability to craft and assemble Atlantum infused limestone providing an additional production method for Atlantum chunks. Okay. So it's essentially like ore infusion and iron infusion, which I am already doing. Those are two things that I already do in my base. Haha, he said do. Okay, and then energy. I don't use this. I haven't had a necessity to do this yet. And then science. What's this? Enables alternate production method for relay circuits. Review assembler configuration for... Okay, so that uses a processor array, 50 cooling systems, and 2 Atlantum slabs. Okay, interesting. Basic incineration. Enables ability to incinerate basic materials with smelter. Okay. Okay. So yeah, nothing really fantastic.
A better way to make relay circuits. If you didn't get around to optimizing things with slabs for your spindles and gearboxes and all the rest of it, you've got a better reason than ever.
Yeah, I already did do it with the gearboxes. Okay, so we are done with this one. Completely done. We are completely done with that one as far as I can remember. We are completely done with that one. I did set up a Atlantum ore line over here. From the Atlantum node, this big boy over here that we found at the end of my previous video. So I did just put up a couple of mines there that are now producing the powder. That is how we are able to get all of our bars. Otherwise than that, I think there's nothing else left on this location. We did already go to the research station and get everything from the research station that we needed. I believe I might be incorrect, but we will find out if I am incorrect in the future, if they are telling me that I need to go find something on this place. But otherwise than that, I think we're done with this one. We can move on to the next one. So I haven't been on Foundry yet, and I haven't been on Barracks yet. So let's go to Foundry. There's a lot of seeds here. So which way? Usually there's a marker, but now there's not even a marker on this level. Like usually there's a quest marker which tells you generally where you should be going. So you can go that way, you can go that way, or you can go in here.
This was one of our forge centers. It was easier to centralize smelting in one place, especially since a lot of our ingots would get packed and sent to sectors above us for more advanced refinement. Fun fact, if you were somehow able to take your suit off in here when this place was going full blast, your body would have basically been like a marshmallow over a campfire.
Yeah, this is a step above even my production line for bars which I run. Like if you take all of my fucking filters, all of my smelters, and put them together, you wouldn't get even 20% of what is here currently. So this is a pretty fucking massive smelting operation. I'm not getting much from these, so I'm not gonna scan all of them. It's a little bit unnecessary. I do want seeds. Seeds are very useful. Let me guess. These contain limestone. Yes. So these are still limestone. I'm not sure if there's anything hidden behind them. There could be. I really wouldn't know if there's anything hidden behind them until I look. Even though my map does tell me where the chests are usually. So it says there's one over here. There we go. Okay. Not bad. Can't pick that one up. M hauler 3. Okay. Whatever that is. M hauler 3. And then if I look at the map, on that side there's 2 of them. 2 chests.
What happened at the monolith was... understand nothing. Don't listen. People believe they hold the answer to it. While time run out. I thought I was seeing when the monolith activated. I was saw down and felt like about the ruins, the cubes. Your actions have threatened when we more than ever. Expedition mean to you. Everything to me. Please, tell me, fix this.
This must be the monolith we heard about on those tabwire recordings.
Do you have any sense of the relationship between our cubic forms and these structures? The recordings implied it, but I feel nothing.
The monolith creeps me out, but that feels more like a me thing than a cube thing.
Perhaps our cubes are defective.
It's true. I'm a bad cube.
Where? Aha! Found you. Fortunately, the game doesn't have full damage. So I don't know, this place is massive, but honestly, it's confusingly massive. I'm not sure where I should go, or if this facility is just, like she said, a smelting center, essentially, with no other real purpose. So yeah, I'm not sure if we are done with this place. I mean, we haven't been on the roof yet. Completely possible that I'm missing something, but yeah, I'm not gonna waste time searching this entire place. The only thing we could really be missing is like a communicator, whatever thing. Let's have a look. Oh, well, we haven't encountered coal yet in the game. That's something that we will encounter sometime. Scrap ore as well, we haven't encountered yet. This place has no fragments. Upgrades, it has no upgrades. And then crates, we already encountered all of the crates that we possibly can. So that's fine, I think. don't actually want more Kindle Vine, I actually want more Silver Thorn. But Silver Thorn is much more rare, I've seen, than Kindle Vine. Many more places have Kindle Vine than Silver Thorn. So I hope we can maybe find a map that has a shitload of Silver Thorn, the blue ones. Because the orange ones are far more numerous. Okay, so we are done in this area. The game is really pretty with all of the different colors. So let's go here. There's not anything up there, no. We need to break through here if I look at my map. Fortunately, our drill now does a 12 by 12 section, so it is much more powerful than previous. We started out with a 3 by 3, now we have a 12 by 12. Okay. Anything? Okay, a little bit down. Something. Okay, not much. Getting a little bit of lag in this area. I think all of these trees are, or all of the plants at least, are pretty taxing. Because I can see my GPU usage shooting up in zones like this. Okay, so there's nothing else really that I see around here. There's no seeds. We can go down here. What's going on here? Nothing much that I can see. There's one seed. I want the blue seeds. We break through the wall over here.
Actually, I don't remember what this place was for. Maybe there were groundbreakers who had put them together just to have a place of their own. A tent was always good enough for me, but I wouldn't blame you for wanting to build a little home away from home.
Yeah, so this place is pretty useless. There's something over there, but we should be able to get it from the other side. I don't think we need to dig over there necessarily. I think that would be a little bit unnecessary. But let's run over there. But this entire place so far is pretty disappointing. It's big, but disappointing. That's what she said. So let's go there to the left. Okay, more seeds. That's steel. I think it's steel, or iron at least, not steel. And then there's another one. What's that up there? Is it just my imagination? Yeah, it's probably just part of the other one. And then what's that? That's not where we were, is it? No, we were over there. That is something else. It's very far away, but we could dig over there if we were so inclined. Just want to double check that that is indeed iron. Yes, okay, so it is iron. Yeah, we can dig over there because I don't see another way to get over there. We're just gonna dig straight over there. So we take our drill, we set our drill to the smallest, and then we dig. If you have epilepsy or anything like that, or if you are photosensitive, you probably want to look away because this does create flashes. We are a little bit below it. Oh, it's another adamantum, not adamantum, atlantum node, like we found in the other zone. It's probably gonna be circular, just like the other one. So we probably have to blast our way through it. Okay, so we select our blasting mines, mining charge. There we go, and we are in, boys. Okay, so that seems pretty much the same type of node, circular node that we found last time. And I don't think we really found anything of interest last time. It's just really a spherical piece of Atlantum ore. So it's probably just gonna be the same this time as well. That's not a chest over there, I don't think. I think it's just the edge of the thing. It could be a chest, but I don't really think so. Yeah, this thing is a complete sphere. So yeah, pretty much nothing interesting. Well, the game is really laggy when I do big hits like that. Really quite laggy. Yeah, that was just the edge of the thing, basically. So yeah, it's just another sphere, basically. So let's respawn. So yeah, that's basically all that this place has to offer, I think. We did go to the left, right? We went over there, and we went over there, correct? Yes. And then what's that there on the right? Really slow. Oh yeah, that's the thing. I'm really slow because I'm overloaded now. So let's quickly go back and get rid of some excess weight. Then we can go on to level 10. So what do I want to offload? Definitely my stone and then my plant matter. That's basically it. So for the first time since we started playing the game, we don't have any technology that we are aiming for because we maxed out both of them, and we don't have any quests or quest markers, at least. So over here I create the coolant. These are probably full. Yeah, I certainly do not need a lot of limestone, there was a period where I did need a lot of limestone. That time has come and gone, so now I'm just basically storing it all. I do need plant matter. That is something that I do need. So we can store that there, and should also get rid of my Atlantum ore. Wow, is my thing full? Yep, it's completely full. Okay. Where else do I use the bars? I need dust over here. This game is really challenging, like, to remember all of the places that you've created for a certain task. Like, it's really quite challenging to remember, okay, this is here, this is there, you know, all of that kind of stuff. You really need to keep your wits about you to remember everything. Because you need basically an area of this size, this fucking entire area is just to create one item. So you need to remember where your different manufacturing hubs are. So I have more Atlantum ingots. I'm not sure what I really can do with my excess Atlantum ingots. I'm trying to think if there's anything really that needs a lot of Atlantum ingots. Can't really think of anything that needs a lot. Balls, I think. Oh no, balls don't use that. The bits do use that. I already stacked the bits up enough. We do need to deposit more balls, so I need to just get a bit of balls. And then some red as well. And then balls. I haven't automated this assembly line for my balls yet. I have to do it eventually, definitely, because once we have to turn the blue balls into yellow balls, that's going to be another entire difficult thing on its own. Oh yeah, and then I want the balls. I'm not sure how many balls more I need for the foreseeable future. So I need 60, about 100. Yeah, 500 should cover it more or less. Let's take these. And another 250 won't hurt. Okay, over here, do I have enough? Yes, I certainly have enough. Okay, and then I'm just gonna store these quickly and then we can go to the next level. And that's pretty much fine. I need to clear out my inventory a little bit. I'm just thinking, where am I going to deposit the stuff? Okay, so that is pretty much that. We can go to the next level. That level that we were just on was pretty disappointing, if I'm honest. We didn't really find much there. This one already filled up as well. Yep, it's already filled up. We can create another one. I don't see why not. There you go. Then we can go to the next one. There's a lot of plant material here. And I just want to store it quickly. Okay, then we go to 9, we already were, so we go to 10. So this is the first time we have been on 10. Which way do we want to go? There's a facility over there. Let's go over there first. There's more Atlantum ore over here. Nice amount of plant material. Completely useless, basically. Do we want to dig into these, or... Ah, there's a big something over there. Okay, so that's solid. That's solid. Oh, little bit of lag there. Place has an insane amount of plants. Look at that, 1,000, just like that. 1,000 plants. Okay, what do you want? Ingots and high voltage cable. Okay, 50-50. We can definitely do that, but we need to come back. Fortunately, but that's okay. Not too far out of the way. Some of these doors are very far out of the way. That one isn't too bad. Okay, I'm already full of resources, but we need to go back in anyway to craft the stuff that we need. Okay, and then high voltage, and then we also need the ingots. I also have a lot of limestone that I need to get rid of. So we can just take one of those, and then over here we can quickly do the high voltage. So that requires plant matter and copper wire, which I do have a lot of. I just need to go fetch it. Plant matter and copper wire. This one I'm still loading the chips manually because the chips actually last very long, so it's not an issue to load the chips manually. And then I need a couple. Do I already have a lot of these or not? Yeah, I already have a lot of these. They go in here. Okay, so I have copper, I have the plant matter. That is running. I can quickly just go deposit my limestone, and then I also just want to go pick up my ore from my iron ore place quickly and bring it to the smelters. Got so much bloody limestone, I don't know what to do with it, but that's basically first world problems. Eventually I'm not gonna have so much, so I need to store everything I can like a greedy little squirrel for when I actually do need it. And then we're quickly gonna go to my iron mine. It's just over here. Enough mines. Take the steel or the iron chunks. And then we're gonna enrich them over here. my storage full, or oh, I'm out of blue stuff, so I need blue stuff. Blue stuff. Need to put a bloody ladder over here. Shit. I'm too lazy to go craft a ladder thing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we need a couple. If we don't unlock the drill bit tier 5 on this level that we are going to now, then we will need to use the drill bit tier 4s that we have. But we do have a lot of them, so that's not an issue. It's just that I would want to be 100% efficient by first upgrading them to tier 5 instead of using them when they are tier 4. But honestly, that's just me trying to be overly efficient. You can't always be overly efficient. Holy shit, I've got a lot more iron than what I thought I have. Oh yeah, and we need to pick up our cables, obviously. 200 is enough. What was the other one? It was Atlantum ingots, and then it was these cables. So yeah, that should be fine. Should be Gucci now. What do I want to do with the excess blue stuff that I have? Can basically go store it again. Okay, and then we can go out again. Oh, it does say that we are gonna unlock the tier 5. I just read it there, so we do unlock tier 5 on this map, which is very good. So we are gonna be able to convert all of our hundreds, literally hundreds of tier 4s to tier 5, which is super efficient.
I recognize this place. These were the living quarters for the crew. We might be able to salvage some personal upgrades here that people left kicking around. I remember these barracks. This is where we stayed when we weren't in the field. And there were at least 3 others exactly like this.
What happened here? Some form of mass departure seems certain, but our orders were never to leave things behind in such a state. And even if our transformation is somehow responsible for why we were left behind, that would not explain why the groundbreaker is unaffected, unless there was someone entirely separated from the crew.
I was in cryo sleep.
Sure that the groundbreaker is one of mine. I'd just say names until they nodded if I could remember them. But I can't.
It seems strange that the names of our closest subordinates would not return to us easily, but you are not alone. My memory is similarly affected.
Hey, at least you remembered me.
No, I was in cryo sleep. That is why I am, as you say, unaffected. Someone did whoopee on this one and broke the bed. Death by snoo snoo. Conveyor belt MK1. Holy hell, why would I want that? I'm already at MK3.
I knew people who put their whole lives into getting picked for the expedition. I just gave it a shot. No idea how I made it, and they didn't.
The criteria for the expedition was never about finding the best people. It was focused on finding the right people.
What's the difference?
You might say that what they were looking for was willingness.
So, if we were lost and the expedition was finished, do you think they would have been willing to go home without us?
Yes. And I would have expected no less of you.
This was obviously a movie theater for when people had downtime, but it exposes another strange gap in my memory. I can't really remember anything recreational. Some part of me knows I spent a ton of time here, but even coming here and being reminded of it doesn't jog anything specific. The only thing I really remember is work. And that isn't like me. Or at least, I don't think it was. This feels like some kind of video game lounge, but I don't get it. Why did they all have these huge monitors? What kind of game needs widening? Anyways, I prefer cards. Come to think of it, I've got one heck of a poker face now, don't I?
Yeah, if only she knew what bloody large TV I'm actually playing on. I'm playing on a 43-inch TV. So this one we can't open, but I don't think that's too bad. It should be... Yeah, it goes back to where we already were, basically. Even though there would maybe be a small room there. But I can't do anything about that. So yeah, overall, really nothing of use. We didn't get the MK5 drill bits here. So we are gonna have to get them somewhere else. Because they're clearly not here. Yeah, it's literally over here where that other one points. So yeah, nothing here. Once again, pretty disappointing. But anyway, we did get a couple small personal upgrades. Why would we want to run around when we can run through? Okay, so we've gone that way. Now this way. Bloody place is lag central. There's something over there. Two red threshers. That's something that I don't have access to. I don't have access to a level 2 thresher yet, so that's nice. You can certainly get a lot of plant matter from this place.
This looks like an area that was used strictly for transit. Conveyor belts, monorail tracks, HVCs, that sort of thing. A lot of effort goes into getting things from A to B. The best groundbreakers don't forget it.
I do use conveyor belts, but I don't use monorails. So this is another circular thing. So far I haven't found anything of use inside these, like anything special, so it seems they're basically just a place to get a lot of Atlantum ore. Wow, this place is really laggy. Yeah, I don't see anything special.
Nobody is monitoring who. Here, you can speak freely. I want to know. Intuition. And let me remind you, for their own good. I'm telling them it was a mistake. tired that I was imagining things. So I'm at the monolith too. And what do they say? I don't think they care. They want it anyways. I see. Maybe we should work together.
Maybe it seems odd that we had entire facility blocks for agriculture since our suits automatically fed us. But the rate we burned solid fuel at completely justified it. The scientists tried everything they could think of to get us off solid fuel. I guess some things are meant to be.
These recordings are increasingly disturbing. It sounds as if this groundbreaker was not merely an agent of Pacific, but placed in some kind of isolation.
So what? Something down there was dangerous. They had a responsibility to tell everyone they could, and they didn't. They went back on it. They were a puppet.
They were under duress. It isn't like you to be unsympathetic for one of your peers, Sergeant.
This is no peer of mine.
We're getting a nice amount of seeds from this. I wish you could do like a mass scanning, but I guess that would be a little bit too fast, you know. Then you can just scan an entire fucking area. Anything up here? Anything on the roof, maybe? Something down there. More limestone, probably. Yep. This is a stupid amount of seeds. And once I have actually unlocked the level 2 thresher, then I will be able to grind my seeds much quicker. Because currently I'm using level 1 threshers still. Holy shit. Okay, that is a stupid amount of those seeds. I think in total, so far I have maybe 7 or 8 of those purple seeds. Now all of a sudden I pick up 50 of them. So that's a massive amount, relatively speaking, of something that previously I only had very little of. There's actually a lot of stuff in the game that depends on this, the blue resource and the red resource, the Kindle Vine and the silver thorn extract, whatever. Like a lot of stuff in the game requires either of those two, so you really do need to get a solid assembly line done for those. And mine is pretty good. It has served me pretty well so far, but I think once I go to the tier 2 thresher, then I can really kick things up a notch. Anything else? It seems empty. We still haven't unlocked MK5, have we? I don't think we've unlocked MK5 drill. No, we haven't. So where is the MK5 drill? The red one over there, which is another message.
this route within Sector Zulu. I told you, I can feel the energy. Now, all I have to do is never add direction. And emerge someplace convincing enough to... everywhere. Eventually. And if we don't, then sometimes the contingency is you just tell people the truth.
Yeah, we were already in that direction. Let's respawn, let's go back, store our stuff. It says excavator but MK4, so it must be somewhere. We have to continue looking until we find it. If I can convert all of my drills into MK5, it will, I think, triple the depth that we can drill to. Okay, so we can go back to that place and then we just have to look a little bit closer, I guess. Okay, fragments. Okay, apparently I missed a fragment over there then. It must be on the other side of this wall. Yeah, it's here, but how? Am I missing something? Can't erase it. So it's definitely there. Am I stupid or what? I can't think of any way to get through there. I mean, blast charge? We can't even put a blast charge. You have to be able to open this one. It's the only thing that makes sense. I don't know if I'm missing something really obvious or if there's a glitch. Because that's clearly the place where you get the MK5. Has to be. Like this red screen is literally on the other side of this red screen. Literally right there. There's two actually. Three. I really don't know if I'm missing something. I mean, we could just dig, you know, just go on to the next level. I don't need the MK5. It's just I want the MK5. I want it. It might be a glitch. Just take a screenshot of it so I can send it to the developer. Perhaps I'm missing something really obvious. I don't know. We won't be able to get above or below it really. These things are always sealed completely on the top and bottom. So it would be over there. Can't place blast charges here. Bad face. Yeah, no, there's no way for me to get at that. Okay, well, that makes me sad. I was hoping to get tier 5. Evidently, we just have to use our tier 4s then. I mean, it's literally the tier 4s that I have. I'm gonna have to use 12, and then we will be at the next level. I mean, I have hundreds of the motherfuckers. Hundreds. So using 12 is nothing. Can I see how many levels there are? No. No, it doesn't show you like that. Okay, so I'm not gonna let that that door stop us from progressing. So I did report the issue. If it is an issue, then I did report it. If it's not an issue, then the developer will just tell me what exactly to do in order to open that door. So in any way, I'm just gonna continue and move onwards and upwards. Now we're gonna take a couple of these bad boys. As I said, I only need about 12 to go to the next level. So how about this much? This much should be plenty, I think you would agree. In fact, it's a little bit too plenty. Let's calm down a little bit, just like that. That should be more than enough. That's about 8. That's 40. That's about 100. So we only need 12, but we're gonna put in 100. Why not? Okay, that's fine, and then we can go on. So it does take a little while for the drill to actually do its job, so it's like 250 per, I don't know, 5 seconds or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's probably 6 to 7 seconds per drill, but anyway. So we're hitting it 250 at a time. I don't think you can insert multiple. Can you insert multiple? I don't think it will actually accept multiple. Because it's already got 5, so yeah, I think 5 is basically it. It can't take more than that. So we're gonna hit the next level.
Excavation complete. Elevation to freight level restored.
Okay, the next one is... Holy fuck. Okay. That is 22,000 meters. So, that's 22 times 4. So that's 88. So we're gonna need 88 drills. Which we have almost got 88 here, but yeah, that's a massive jump. I mean, we have moved 11 levels with just 16 kilometers. Now from 16 kilometers to the next level, it's double. It's more than double, in fact. So that's a massive increase. But okay, let's go to the freight level.
Warning. Elevator self-repair disrupted. Refer to administration control console.
I can't tell
Okay.
if we need a new excavator bit or if all we have to do is reset a switch in that office breaker. It looks like the door is locked. Head over there and check it out.
I remember this level actually. This level was in the early access build. It's a very big open level. I remember this one. It's interesting how the developers broke the one massive level up into many smaller levels.
Freight elevator system office access offline. Refer to local terminal for instructions.
Ah, here we go. Okay, so you need power.
Sounds like an electrical problem. If we can get enough juice into this thing, we should be able to keep heading up. I'm not detecting any more debris above us.
Yes. Hopefully we will find other, more established areas of the expedition still intact. Though I fear that this collapse has most likely spread.
Even so, we might find other people who got left behind. Nobody deserves to be alone in a place like this.
No. But until we can contact command, our primary mission to industrialize this world remains. Sector by sector, if necessary.
Sir, with all due respect, don't you think rescuing the crew has to come first?
I do not. We are on a mission to return resources to Earth that will impact the lives of billions. It is greater than any of us. But even so, look at all we have built to come this far. These factories are what have enabled us to augment the signals, open the doors, and discover the tools that have made it possible to learn everything we could. Soon the electricity of those same machines will help us rekindle this elevator and hopefully carry us one step closer to the truth. I will not pretend to share your priorities, Sergeant, but I can assure you they are intertwined.
Fine. We'll build the factories, especially if it helps us dig people out of the tin cans they sent us down here in. But if it comes down to choosing between a life and a lost cause, I know where I stand.
I will tell you when all is lost. For now, we must remain focused on the restoration of this elevator. Also, the Excalibur was not a tin can.
Okay, so we need the voltage stepper. Can't believe I don't have any of them with me, but it is a building that is not used very often, so it's something that I barely use. Wow, all of these are full. Holy schmoly. I need a place to put all of my bloody plant matter. Okay, that should be fine. 1200 MJ, we definitely have that. Assuming that the power accumulators will travel through the thing to the other place. Hopefully. That's fine. Need to get rid of all of this raid stuff. So that one uses the red stuff. There was another one. Was it this one? Which one uses the red stuff? Not this one. Ah, yes, it was this one. Definitely a couple of places where I can use the stairs. Here, I can maybe use it here. Yeah, that's pretty good. A little bit more accessible now. Okay, okay, so we have to test if the power is transferred. It should be transferred. Really should. Yes. Okay, then you want all of this stuff. There you go. Anything? Nope.
Good work, Breaker. Hit the switch on that console and see if it activates the elevator again.
EFES network restored. Message from Sector Sierra. Elevator pathway is clear of hazardous obstacles. Proceed to boarding.
Excellent work, both of you. We should rest for a while before we depart. I know this reconstruction has been long and difficult.
You sound tired, sir. Are you alright?
These limitations in our memories are irritating. I know that much of what I am able to remember was highly classified, but I can no longer recall the intention behind it. Someone was desperate, abusing their power. Something is not as it was.
Sir, if you're not telling me something that could help us rescue the crew or get out of here...
I understand my duties precisely, Sergeant. Choose your next words very carefully.
You don't have to keep secrets from me, sir. That's all I'm saying.
Facility access door unavailable. Restore Sector Sierra connection to unseal.
Sector Sierra.
Power restored to EFES control room. Awaiting executive level security authorization.
Handing this one over to you, sir.
Do not be concerned. System receive authorization Zeta 17.
Request denied. Authorization restricted to flag officers.
That should not have occurred.
Flag officers. Wait, I remember them. Pacific did this?
Please, I need a moment to concentrate. A memory is taking form. System, receive Phoenix Protocol Omega 15.
Standby. Confirming planet-wide eligibility. Phoenix Protocol confirmed. Interbiome network detected. Fulfill production quota to access control room.
A production quota?
Yes. Yes, I remember now.
Sir, are you alright?
The quota is unbreakable, Sergeant. We must fulfill it to proceed.
Sir, that isn't the point. These elevators aren't supposed to have quotas that prevent them from moving. This is captivity. This is not what the expedition was about.
There's no need to reach conclusions prematurely. It may be that this quota was instituted to compensate for catastrophic loss of production elsewhere. Or everywhere.
If the loss was that catastrophic, our crew could be in trouble in any sector. Anywhere.
Yes. We are standing before the only way to reach them. Groundbreaker, you will show this quota what I know you are capable of. Proceed.
Well, what's the quota? I remember in the early access version there was a chest up there, but I can't see it now. Like, I don't see a chest up there, but we might just be out of range also. So Sierra, that computer said Sierra. So where are we then currently? It's still not accepting heads. This is new.
It's good to see that the self-repair routines on the elevators have kept them as intact as the production terminals.
Colonel, just tell me. Do you think we're going to find anybody else?
Yes. If nothing else, I believe Pacific is alive. Flag officer restrictions could not be maintained on these elevators if their vital signs did not remain. However, the emergency code I used to initialize the elevator, the Phoenix Protocol, was an option of last resort. It was created to function only if less than 5% of the entire expeditionary force could be detected within Calyx.
5%?
I do not know why. But there is no doubt now that very few of us remain.
So, they're gone. They're really gone. My entire crew.
And the quota is an even greater mystery. To expect such a small remainder of our forces to uphold so much production. It is as if Command had some expectations that this could happen. But why?
Warning. Mechanical integrity failing.
System! Halt elevator!
Breaker, search the panel for a manual brake lever.
Hold on. Should be. Override. Almost. Wait. Sparks. Sparks.
Sparks? What?
Quickly! Find something to hold on to!
Sparks. I can save you. Integrity failure corrected. Alarm state deactivated. Returning to origin for analysis and self-repair.
Sergeant, was the system message? Speaking to you.
I don't know. I've never heard it talk like that. Or say my name. Or say anybody's name.
We are alive because of it.
No. No, there has to be an explanation. We have to take it apart. Breaker, I want you
Sergeant, we must put this aside. We are not safe here. When the elevator stops, we will exit. We will find the answer to this together. You are not alone.
Can I go through there now?
Seems that we need a new excavator bit before the elevator can excavate further. And there is a strong possibility that the initiation of the Phoenix Protocol will have other consequences as well. Let us regroup at Production Terminal Victor to consider our options.
Victor, is that the other one that
This is where they kept the good stuff. Advanced machinery and upgrades that would have come down from on high. Scan it all, Breaker. You earned it.
there we have MK5. Okay, so we didn't even need the other place. And we get the Thresher level 2. Oh, that's fantastic. We're gonna be able to kick our production into another gear now.
These are pieces of the Excalibur, right? That giant tunnel borer you drove us all down here in.
Yes. Every facility and piece of equipment you see anywhere on Calyx was once a part of the Excalibur.
It always seemed unnecessarily complicated to me. Why couldn't we just dig a giant hole and throw everything in it?
The Excalibur was designed to have structural pieces removed from it as we descended, enabling us to industrialize new sectors from the moment of the discovery. Your giant hole strategy would have lacked this sophistication.
Anything else in here? Okay, so I got that one, I got that one. I got these two. I got that one on the outside. And then there's some green over there. I just need to make 100% sure that that is indeed adamantum. Atlantum? Why do I keep saying adamantite?
I believe it is time we put our cards on the table. I told you not to come here.
The freight elevator. So, it was sabotage. It was you. Why?
Because my actual orders were not to kindly suggest that you sit tight. They were to prevent anyone from departing Sector Victor at any cost. And they came from people who do not answer to you, Colonel.
Are you out of your mind? You could have killed us.
When we made landfall on Calyx, how many years were you told we had to complete our mission? 10? 12? What if I told you that the corner-cut monstrosity that brought us here was damaged along the way, and that it was no more than 5 years? And only a small group of scientists told the truth, so we could understand the urgency of our new mission. To discover or invent technologies that would make it all work out somehow anyways. And so, we struggled ever since. Even at the cost of appearing aloof, reckless, and yes, out of our minds, to the rest of you. I do not wish to harm anyone, but I have a directive, and no time for distractions.
Ma'am, if the way things look down here is any indication, I'm guessing we've all been out of action for a lot longer than 5 years. You might be doing all this for nothing.
No. The rapid decay you are witnessing is an effect of the energy wave I mentioned earlier. Even if it appears that thousands of years have gone by, it has only been several months since the activation of the cryostasis chamber that first triggered it.
Several months. So Calyx is still close enough to Earth. We could still get out of here.
Yes, so as your little Phoenix Protocol trick has shown, it seems unlikely that many of us remain in the first place. Which brings me to what I want. The Groundbreaker. By virtue of possessing the only intact human body in all of Sector Victor, I can only conclude that they must be the person who was in that cryopod. Which means they may know something about the energy wave.
The Groundbreaker is unable to communicate due to a malfunction with their suit. We have made several attempts.
Perhaps we can try harder. And if you had not somehow interrupted my attempt to immobilize them underneath a collapsing elevator, this would have been much easier. But since you did, I will honor your earlier request to contact Command and arrange for your rescue. We'll speak soon. All of us.
Connection terminated.
This rescue really doesn't feel like a rescue.
Even for Mirage, this level of disregard is beyond the pale. There's more she is not telling us.
I'm just relieved to hear we aren't a million years from home.
Okay, well that reveals a little bit of the story at least. We know a little bit more regarding our situation, but still, if it's really only several months, like she says, then where the hell is everyone? Did they really evacuate in such a small amount of time? I'm not seeing any chests over here. There's something down there. Don't know what that is, but that's very, very far away. It would be a little bit insane to dig over there. Some more adamantium up there, or atlantum. Iron over there. Don't really care about that. Gravel, nice amount of gravel over here. Gravel is actually relatively rare, even though I don't really have a use for gravel currently. But at least we know that we will be able to get a good amount of gravel over here. And then there's some more copper there. This is another atlantum block, basically. And I don't see any chests anywhere. We can do a scan. Fragments. Oh, there's actually a fragment somewhere. Okay. Yeah, I missed the fragment. It's possible.
Local signal deciphered. Ingress PRXXXX. Report to production terminal Victor for triangulation.
A facility door with no serial number?
This may be related to the Phoenix protocol that I initiated earlier. An entrance accessible to us now that the expedition is in a formal state of emergency.
Understood. We're on it.
So it says there's one in this direction, basically. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely straight ahead. It might be down. It might be up. Yeah, we're getting closer, even though I have no idea where it could be. Could be below us, could be above us. And we've hit the edge of the map. But if I look that direction. No, it has to be below us or above us. Yeah. We could try to dig down. There is... Ah, you see over there. Yeah, we could dig down. Good luck getting out of this fucking hole, but anyway. It's a it's a literal house. This has to be an Easter egg of some kind. Little bit laggy down here for some reason. Very laggy, in fact. Not bad. Holy shit. Excavator bit 7 and 6. Holy schmoly. This one is empty. This one is also empty. Smelter MK3. How the hell? But I can't take it. Okay, so a smelter MK3, holy schmoly. I can't take any of this. They don't allow these to be picked up or anything like that. And good luck getting power down here. Look at that. Yeah, it will need power. 2,400 kilowatts. That's quite a bit. But yeah, you're not gonna get power down here. No way in hell. Yeah, so that's an interesting little thing. It's definitely worth it, holy balls, because we got MK 6 and MK7. Like holy schmoly. You see there, MK7 and MK6 we got. Even though I'm not sure if we still are required to unlock it with points. I'm not really sure. There we have MK5, so we can at least now make our MK4 drill bits into MK5 drill bits. Pressure level 2, that's fantastic. A couple more things. I need several hundred more blue balls. Okay, let's teleport. We're pretty much done here. I haven't explored the entire place, but I definitely want to go back and create MK5 drill bits. So these aren't working. Holy schmoly, okay. So even MK4 drill bits are completely disabled now. That's crazy. But okay. So we have to make our drill bits into MK5 drill bits. So we're gonna have to extend our line over here. So that requires, holy shit, it requires threshers. And steel frames. Steel frames are not easy to come by. And then threshers, yeah, relay circuits, that's not so bad. Holy balls, okay, so it requires a considerable investment, to be honest. But okay, we are gonna extend our thing over this way. We can actually do it now. Okay, this is a 5x5. So what we want to do, basically, yeah, that's fine. We're gonna have to do a lot of excavation. I'm so bloody slow right now. Do that, but that's fine. Can do it from here. Yeah, now this is the part where normally I would take a break because, well, take a break from recording because this is gonna require a lot of building and setting up of assembly lines, and that's not normally very exciting. But I at least will set up the first assembly line so that you guys can see how we will go about converting all of our tier 4 drill bits into tier 5 drill bits. So let me just put a ladder down here. this entire area here, like this area, this entire area is just to create the enhanced biofuel, whatever, that uses the bio bricks and these things. So it shows you how much area and effort and building goes into creating a single product. Now for the MK5 drill bit, it's gonna be quite a lot of work as well. So we can't destroy the river. So we are not going to be able to build to the left because the river is on the left, but we will be able to build just alongside the river, even though the river is turning. Yeah, the river is turning and fucking us over a little bit. So we're pretty much just going to be able to build until here, but that will be enough. The river is turning to the right, screwing us over nice and proper. There's something over there on top of the river, and there's copper over there as well. So yeah, we have this entire area, but as the river turns like this, we won't really be able to build under the river. But this entire area over here we can use to build the MK5 drill bit conversion assembly line. I'm running out of coolant a little bit. So like literally from here to there, we're gonna do the next stage of our assembly line. So unfortunately the game doesn't have a blueprinting system like Satisfactory has, even though even Satisfactory's blueprinting system is not a very intuitive, user-friendly system. So, but it would have been nice just to have a system at least to make designing your assembly lines a little bit easier, because it is not extremely easy to do that. In fact, let's give ourselves one extra space, because you can never have enough space. So yeah, constructing an assembly line takes quite a bit of time, because the conveyor belts are like not super easy to set up. So this will be the outlet on the left side. This will be the outlet on the right side. Then this is the crisscross. Now, if you look at the recipe, this is the recipe. So it is steel frames, drill bits. So it's a 3-part recipe. So you're gonna need 3 insertions basically, but yeah, you can stack that up to 50. Yeah, unfortunately, all of the ingredients are used up pretty quickly. Some recipes you can get away with not adding a conveyor belt, but for this purpose, we are gonna add a conveyor belt to all of them. So what we do is we need to put the drop down first. Why don't you want to swap variant? Ah, okay. So the bug is back. So my conveyor belt doesn't want to change. That's unfortunately a bug that happens sometimes. So you try to variant swap, but you can't variant swap. So what you then have to do is save and quit, and then it fixes the bug. I think last time that I quit the entire game. I think I had to quit the entire game. Let's quit the entire game just to be 100% sure, and then I will be back in a microsecond. Okay, that fixed it. We can change our thing now. So the way this is gonna work, the way this one worked is downward. So we can do the same over here. You can do it upwards or downwards. It's just that sometimes it's easier with one way or another. Then you point it to the middle. Point that one to the middle and point this one to the middle. And then basically you repeat that for each and every one. So 1 up, 2 up, 3 up, and each time you just need to do it once for 2 of the assembler. So it covers the assembler on the left and on the right. This is really the easiest way that I've found so far to do conveyor belts. If you have more space, then it's easier to just do the conveyor belts on the ground. I will show you guys an example of that in just a second, but that uses up a lot more space, whereas this is relatively space efficient, even though this game is very, very generous with the amount of space that you have available. But it's just, the bigger you make your base, the more problems you're gonna run into. So I think this one, now that one also uses a tiered system. You can see it's stacked on top of each other instead of separately like this one. I can't remember, I think one of my stuff over there is all along the ground, so it loops over each other. The conveyor belts loop over each other, and then you just do this. I didn't need to give it 3 lanes, but I didn't need to give it 6 lanes of separation. Usually I get away with 5 lanes of separation, but 5 lanes is a little bit cramped, so I went with 1 extra lane in this example. The one that I did over there is 5 lanes. This one is 6 lanes. You see, this one is 1 lane closer. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lanes. That one has 6 lanes, just so that it's a little bit easier to move through, and it's also a little bit more difficult to access your stuff over here on the smaller side. So yeah. So then you need to take into consideration the lines. So this line is gonna go all across like this until here, and it's gonna turn in there. Boom, just like that. This one is gonna do the same. I just want to visualize. So this one, I can actually already do like this. Yeah, so that's going to be that one. Then the next one on top of that. Come on. Why are you so difficult? Let's just fly, that's easier. So the resources that we need are steel frames, which are gonna be my biggest problem, and then threshers. The threshers we can put on the left side. So let's make this one the threshers. We're basically gonna put a stack of threshers down here. So that's gonna be our thresher box, and then over here this is gonna be our steel frames. So for the steel frames, we are gonna require a lot larger investment. in resources, because this thing uses up 20 steel frames per recipe. So our steel frames are gonna shit the bed, unfortunately. And then we need these ones. And then we need the outlets. That's all set up. Then we need a lot of boxes. We're gonna basically need, like, I would almost say 20 boxes, because the conversion over here is 1 bit becomes 4 bits. That is insane. That's a 400% conversion. Okay, that's pretty much a complete loop of a assembly line. Now we just need to sort out the steel and the threshers. The threshers I need to basically, well, I don't actually need to create a special line for the threshers. Not really necessary. I just need to have enough. Yeah, I don't think I need to create a line specifically for the threshers. I can just do this basically. So I have enough of all of these basically. 4 threshers becomes 4 red threshers, that's fine. So we are gonna need hundreds of threshers. Which is fine, threshers aren't expensive. Like the normal threshers, they aren't expensive. And then steel. Yeah, the steel is another thing. So I'm gonna make steel scaffolding, whatever it's called, steel frames. It's called steel frames. I'm gonna need to create a lot of those. I already have a lot of steel frames actually, but I don't have like a huge amount. I can probably create them over here actually. It's actually gonna create use a lot. Yeah, I can just create a custom assembly line. It's a very easy assembly line to create something that only uses a single resource, that only requires a single resource. It's very easy to create that. I just want to check if I'm missing anything around here. I also need threshers. So if there's any threshers hiding here, then I need it. I do have a couple of steel frames somewhere. Just need to find them. All of these are iron frames. So I need steel frames. And then for the normal threshers, what do they require? Forgot. So black and white copper frames. Okay. So any copper frames, iron components. I'm shocked at my lack of threshers. I thought I would have some threshers around here. Evidently not. Okay. Holy crap, I'm slow now. Okay, now I'm really slow. Okay, so we are gonna create a relatively quick assembly line for steel frames. We can also drop off the copper over here. We're gonna need some more copper. I think that these guys ran out of copper a while ago. This is my copper assembly line. There you go, nice amount of copper for you guys. This one is still totally fine. You can see that the conveyor belts are still populated, which means they are fine. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So, oh yeah, I need blue balls. I should also maybe have some steel around here somewhere, even though I'm not seeing any. I think up here is a pretty nice amount of space. We can also expand it that way. Okay, so let me just get my bearings quickly. We want a steel frame manufacturing line. I must have steel frames around here somewhere. I can't believe that I have no steel frames. Where would my steel frames be? Aha. And here's my threshers as well. Holy crap, these are full, which means I need a lot more explosives. What's that pinging sound I'm hearing? Is it this thing? Oh, it is.
Signal triangulated. New location added to HUD. Undertow.
Okay, so we have pretty much everything we require currently. But I still want to set up, even though I have steel frames now, I still want to set up a dedicated place. So we said on the right side is gonna be our steel frames, and then on the left side is gonna be the threshers, or what did we say? Yeah, I think the threshers on the left, and then steel on the right. And I need more of these guys as well. There you go, there's all of your steel for right now. Okay, so steel manufacturing. I want a place where I can just dump a bunch of steel. And then it will be made into steel frames. Okay, we can do it here basically. It's gonna be very, very basic. You just pop down a bunch of these with an inlet and an outlet. You can do them like this to save space. They are going to absolutely eat through steel because the steel frames take a lot of steel. So you basically put one here. quickly tell them steel frames. There you go. Oh, it actually takes a long time to make the steel frames. Okay, so wow, 6 per minute. That's way less production than what I thought. So it actually only takes 6 per minute. So if you put down 500 like that, it's gonna last basically 80 minutes, more or less 80 minutes. So that's actually quite a long time. So you can just pop it down like this every hour and a half, basically. And it will have enough to go on by itself, you know. Just like that. Now I can leave this for an hour and a half, and only then will I have to restock it. So it takes a bloody long time to create the steel frames required for those drill bits. It really takes a long time. So this is gonna be... Okay, so I first need the bloody green ones. So we're gonna have to create a couple... Oh, I actually need to store the steel quickly. Yeah, so let's quickly get some green ones. I think I probably have some over here. If I don't have, I will just create some more out of the red ones. Holy hell, I don't have any anywhere. I don't have red ones, I don't have green ones. Ones are empty. The only last place there could possibly be is over here. There's some blue ones, but I don't want blue ones. And then there could possibly be over here. Okay, so I really don't have any more assemblers. Or, not assemblers, actuators, whatever they're called. Okay, now I need more threshers. The actuators. So I want green ones. In order to get green ones, you must use red ones. So let's make a shitload of red ones. And we need kindle vine. There's so many bloody things. Like, I just want to make new new tier 5 drills, but in order to actually make the tier 5 drills, you have to jump through so many bloody hoops. It's ridiculous. Okay, these are being consumed really quickly. Okay, and then apart from that, I need the green ones. And then for the green ones, what do you require? Okay, I can make some of those already. They take a lot longer to create. And then once I have green ones, I can continue with my assembly line production. I want to create at least a couple of tier 5 drills before I end today, because, like, holy hell, we've put in so much work now. I just want to see it through a little bit. Okay, we can set up another green one over here. I also want to set up a bomb production line with the assemblers, because bombs are another thing that you really use thousands of. You don't use just a handful, you use thousands. I have enough green ones now. So this one is, yeah, it's pretty slow actually. So we can use the red ones just to save electricity, because the green ones actually require double the electricity of the red ones. Okay, so there is our assembly line. We can feed this one directly in here, even though, yeah, that's not ideal. You ideally want to feed it in here. Okay, so that is done. One problem taken care of. So now all we need to do is feed steel into that box over there, and we will have a constant source of steel frames. And then we need the threshers. I have enough threshers here. And pop them in there. How long does it take? How long do you actually take? So 2 threshers per minute. That's actually a very, very slow consumption speed. Really slow consumption speed. So it consumes 2 per minute, and it makes 2 per minute of the tier 5 drill bits. Take that. So they will start production. Let me quickly change all of my threshers into tier 2 threshers, because that will make everything more efficient. All of these threshers over here. So that's 9 of them. And then I have a little bit more over here. I only have 16, so that's all that I can do currently, because I only have 16 red threshers. And then let's just pick the rest of them up over here, because these should be almost done probably. 24. 24. These ones are still busy creating. It's really slow, these ones. But we are doing good. We now are able to upgrade everything to tier 2 threshers. And I can do these ones at the top as well. These ones are busy creating steel frames. There we go. Oh, I'm actually out of that. I'm carrying around a lot of excess weight with this iron components and stuff, but I want to create threshers with that. Okay, so what are we missing here? Oh, we're missing threshers. Okay. We can dump all of these threshers in there. That's totally fine. So yeah, we just need to create another assembly line for the threshers. Then we are good to go. Then we are able to convert all of our drill bits into tier 5 drill bits. So we should already have a couple over here. We really don't need a huge amount in order to progress to the next level. I think I worked out that we need 12. Let's just store the shit here for now, because this is starting to irritate me, carrying around all of this excess weight. We just need 12 of the red ones. So now, of the blue ones, we're not going to need anywhere close to 12, because the red ones are actually significantly... the blue ones are actually significantly more powerful than the red ones. And then I also want to store some balls here. There we go, start drilling. So that's 16. Oh yeah, the 12 was the previous one. This is now 16, 750. We are gonna need around 25 of them, which we have about, yeah, I would say we have about 25 of them. So we should be able to make it to the next level, I think. I think so. Let's have a look. If we don't, I can just go get a couple more, but we should have very close to enough. Then let me take some more Atlantum dust over to my smelters. I took a little bit too much, evidently. Quickly get a couple more drills just to be sure.
Excavation complete.
Ah,
Elevation to production terminal Sierra restored.
okay, so we made it. And we still have another, like 10 of these is 7.5 kilometers. So it's 15 kilometers just with 20 of these. Literally this year is 15 kilometers already. So we are going to be able to drill hundreds, if not thousands of kilometers just with this amount that we have here currently waiting. All that we need is a lot of steel, which we will be able to do, and threshers. The threshers is going to be the most difficult part, because the threshers actually require effort. So yeah, I'm gonna have to set up a thresher production module, maybe in that direction, feeding into here. And that's not gonna be easy, because you are gonna need hundreds of threshers. I mean, each one of these containers contain 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, So that's 250. Actually, you can just look at the box. Is that 200? Yeah, I think it says 200 or 280 on the box. I think it's 200. So you're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2000. You're gonna need around 2000, let's say 500 threshers in order to convert all of these into tier 5. So that's absolutely insane. So that's gonna require a significant investment in itself just to get to tier 5 threshers. Then you're not even talking about tier 6 or anything after that. That is gonna be insane. But yeah, that's the name of the game, you know. It's very similar to something like what's that other game's name? Satisfactory. Your investment in materials for the later game is absolutely insane, you know. So, but we are prepared for it. We just need to set up the assembly lines and later rip, you know. Once your assembly lines are in place, then you can really go crazy. So yeah, I've researched everything that I possibly can research right now, except the Sierra stuff. But we have reached Sierra now. The thing is that I cannot show you guys what is on Sierra. So my next video I will play on Sierra and I will record the video, but I will only be able to publish the Sierra video and any content past Sierra once the embargo has lifted. So I'm allowed to show you guys Sierra, but I'm not allowed to play on Sierra. So let me just show you guys Sierra.
Environmental transition in effect. Production terminal detected. Warning. Power connection to Sector Victor has been permanently severed. All energy generating facilities must be reconstructed.
Mirage.
Yeah, so we will need to create our own power from here on out. We cannot draw power from the lower levels. So that presents an interesting challenge in and of itself. And there's going to be new resources here. Already you can see these plants look new. I can scan them, but I'm not going to do any of that. I'm not going to explore this level at all. So I'm just going to end here. I'm happy that we were able to make it up until here. So we are on level 12 now. As you can see there at the side, there's coal, there's another resource which I don't even recognize, and then there's scrap on this level. And obviously going on forwards, there's going to be a whole new list of challenges and materials and stuff like that to gather and overcome and all of that kind of stuff. And we are only at tier 5 now. We haven't even started with the other levels, like that drill and that drill. I mean, that's a 2.5 kilometer drill. That's absolutely insane. So the depth that you're gonna have to reach later on is gonna be crazy, I think. But yeah, that is it for today. As I said, my Sierra videos and the future videos after Sierra will go live once the embargo lifts. But yeah, pretty much if you're watching this video right now, you can find the game in the description below. You can already buy it, and I would recommend that you buy it because I think the price is gonna go up once the game actually fully releases. So if you want to get the game a little bit cheaper, you can buy it now probably. Otherwise, just buy it for full price when the game releases in I think the game releases we're in October right now, depending on when you're watching this video. So the game releases in November, so you can play the full version of the game, which I'm playing right now, in November. And yeah, it's a really fun game. I wouldn't have invested probably in excess of 40 hours into the game over the past 2 weeks or so if the game wasn't fun. I'm really enjoying the game. So yeah guys, as always, if you want to support the channel, you can head over to patreon.com/LFP. Any support is really appreciated. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.